we are gonna make the Alice bottom. So I have my pattern here. If you want to see how you should assemble your pattern, please see our videos specific for that. But today we will use the front from an M size and the back. Okay, so I have the fold here and I have the fold of the fabric here. We are gonna need outside fabric, also the linen, and rubber elastic, a cutter, and of course a sewing machine with ballpoint needles and probably a small scissor, and that's it. Let's start. I've already cut it 2 fronts and 2 backs. This will be my outside fabric, so I will put the back with the front, right sides facing together, and I'll do the same here. And we will sew here. Place right sides together and pin along both leg holes. Sew along both sides. As always, I start by leaving a little bit without elastic, and then I place the elastic and sew all the way around and leave it another bit in the end without elastic. Do the same in both. Cut a 2 cm hole on the back side of your bottom so that you can reverse it after sewing. I usually go to my regular machine and do a straight stitch in both sides so that I have the reinforced ends. Okay, this was an optional step. If you prefer, you don't do this, but I think this will be better for the perfect finish. Well, now here in front and on the back, I will just put a small dot here and here, so that I'm sure when I'm going with the machine I remember that this is the vertex of my angle. It's easier for me to sew. And also in this area we will use straight stitch here and also here. This will allow us to have a very perfect finish in these areas. Now on the right side I will use clips to make it easier for me to explain. So this will be your back and your front, and you want to match the outside fabric with the outside fabric, so you just leave them like that, facing right sides together, and you will put them like this: right sides, linings, and you use a clip here. And now you can use clips or pins, whatever you prefer. Here I do a small detail that I think it's good, because my seam will be to the side of the linen. Now let's just sew on both sides. We do the same. I used the serger, but I also reinforced it with a zigzag stitch. As you can see, it gives a nice finish. You have to match the outer fabric with the linen. So you will grab this and this one, and you will put all the bottom inside, and you will match both fabrics facing right sides together. Now we are going to pin very carefully and open slightly like this, and I'm going to pin it in place. Here I'm going to sew with the straight stitch. I'm sorry, but it's always hard for me to say this. So I'm going to use this straight stitch in this area, the V area, and the rest I'm going to do with the other machine. Now everything is already done. Now I'm gonna trim without cutting the lines. This is very important. Without cutting the lines, I'm gonna trim here near the triangle, the vertex, the V shape, okay? So I trimmed this without cutting the lines, and now I'm gonna do the same on the other one, and then we can reverse the bottom.